So the pantry challenge is over, and I wanted to share what my pantry looks like after the pantry challenge. We didn't make it as far in getting it as full as I wanted to, but we'll talk about that as we go through it. If you are new to our channel, I'm Julia, Aaron's behind the camera. We are the Canny Couple, a small homestead family in rural Virginia that work every single day to merge homesteading and frugality. And this year we took part in the Three Rivers Challenge, and it's an 8-week pantry challenge. And if you're new to how we actually do a pantry challenge, one of the things that we focus on is we actually don't stop going to the grocery store. What we do is we become hyper-focused on only buying sale items. We don't buy anything to supplement our meals for the week or anything like that, but we really focus, well, other than milk for the little one and bananas, because we would have mutiny. Other than that, we really try to focus on make sure that we keep taking advantage of sales, because sales for us can be hit or miss. We could go 3 weeks without having a sale, and then we can have a really good sale at our grocery store. So we try to make sure we take advantage of those. And that's kind of one of the pitfalls we see in a pantry challenge, is if you say no grocery store, but you still have to go to the grocery store, you're still missing out on all those sales. So we like to still go to the store and get groceries and take advantage of those really good sales. We could find them. We're going to talk about how we did. So we actually ended up spending $235 both months, right?
Yeah, it was
right
around both of those months, yes.
Which is really good. We have a grocery budget of $300, and that's just what works well for our family. So we were able to keep it well underneath that, and we try to average that $300 throughout the year. So let's talk about what my pantry looks like and if we met my goals or not. So we'll start here over in the spices. So my spice cabinet, as you can see, Aaron did not get around to going through and throwing out spices. See, I'm not allowed to do this.
Because she'll throw something away that's good.
Hey, that's it. He'll say, this is a good spice, and it might not actually be a good spice, but he'll swear it is. Now, I will say there's something we do need to add to our spice list. We need rosemary.
Okay.
We don't have rosemary, and it's odd for all the spices I have up here. I don't have a lick of rosemary. I don't understand that. So we didn't get to the spices, but we used quite a bit of spices throughout the pantry challenge. I made some different seasonings. Used a lot of taco seasoning. I actually made some more taco seasoning today. You could tell that jar right there, and it was full before I made dinner. In this part here, our fruit section, we actually ate a lot of fruit. The little one can eat a jar of my apples if I let her. And Aaron can eat a jar of my peaches if I let him. So I have to be careful here. I don't have enough apples to just let you eat straight from the jar. I've got to kind of make them last throughout the rest of the season, because our apple crop won't actually come in till the end of August.
Yeah.
About the end of August. And then we'll be able to take advantage of that. What we did find out was Aaron really, really likes my homemade cranberry juice.
It's very good.
It's very good.
Very good.
It is really, really good. It is so nice and refreshing. And Aaron's not a cranberry person.
I'm not, but that is really good.
So we were kind of hesitant. I had all these cranberries in the freezer when I made this, and I was like, I didn't get them out of the freezer, so make cranberry juice. And I'm sure Aaron thought I was nuts.
Of course, when we found out we liked this,
now Aaron can't find them.
Was like in December, after the Thanksgiving sale when they went on sale.
So I have cranberry juice up here in case we need it. We also ate through some dried fruit in some different ways, just for snacky items. We had some freeze-dried fruit that we were eating through as well, some strawberries and things like that. The little one, that's her favorite. Well, you can't get fresh strawberries without them being absolutely insanely expensive. As you can see, our sauce shelf is very, very bare. I can actually probably combine these two shelves now.
Probably could.
I probably could. And that we would be okay with that, because we try to make as much of this as we can. There are a few sauces we do buy. Buffalo sauce, I did just get that a couple of days ago. That's just one of those things we like to have, and that's one that we have found that's pretty decent on the ingredients and tastes pretty good too. But we got through a lot. I think we used the last ketchup, the old ketchup we had.
I think.
Because we got an organic ketchup.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it.
And then we really worked through a lot of the other things here, some of the sweeteners, molasses, some old honey that I had in there, some other things. And then in here is where I have just dry goods staples. So I have some cereal, some breakfast bars. Now we did just refill this up. And this is what we use when we are going yard selling, or if we have a big thing we have to do. Great to have, throw in the bag, it's a convenience item. I don't like to have a lot of convenience foods around the house. This is one of those that we do keep.
And we try to get the better ingredient ones.
We try to get the best we can. I will say we got these here on sale for like $1.49 at one of our grocery stores. That was a really good price for us. The pasta sauce, now I like to make my own usually, but I'm also worn down mom right now. So I will buy some pasta sauce just so I don't have to make it when I need an easy meal. And if I catch it on sale, it's when to pick it up. So this is one that we have found we're okay with the ingredients. It's decent. It's a decent price we can afford in our budget. We also bought a couple boxes of pasta, but we used a lot of pasta throughout this challenge. A lot of our pasta is gone. So I'm going to have to slowly start rebuilding that back up with the better stuff because it is more expensive. And of course, you all saw all the mac and cheese for the little one. We don't eat mac and cheese every day. Mac and cheese is not a everyday occurrence. It's really like once a week at most, or once every 2 weeks. It is a treat food in our house, a treat meal. Okay, here, this is very bare. So this top shelf is Aaron's snack shelf. As you can see, it's empty. I ran out of flour, so there was no way I could make anything. I couldn't make you any crackers.
Right. And then, of course, we went to Walmart yesterday.
And there was no flour.
And right, so we had to pick one up at our local grocery store.
Luckily, it was on sale. It wasn't that much more expensive, but it was still 75 cents more.
Right.
So we'll have to go pick up some flour at another grocery store that's not as picked over. So my plan is here in the next couple of weeks before it starts to get warm to fill this entire top row up with some crackers. It's called cracker bread. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out. So let me tell y'all, we were shocked at how well this did.
So I know we did it in a video. We talked about how
I told him I was going to seal it.
Yeah.
So I did a test and I sealed some in a jar.
That was, we said 5?
4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months. It was still good.
They were still good.
Yeah.
No issues.
No issues.
No issues at all. So, which is amazing. And it's really nothing to it. All it is flour, water, some salt, and whatever seasoning. Basically, that's it.
Yeah.
A little yeast. We also bought some crackers here. These are mainly for, you know, little bitty snacks, little bitty treats, and also for when we go yard selling and I need a quick thing to grab.
They were $1 a box.
And they were $1 a box. I can't make them that cheap. I cannot make them that cheap. I really can't. Not when you put the time and the effort I have to go through them. Yes, they're processed, but this is a kind of a gift to myself. Flour. Got some more flour here, and we also had to get some sugar, but in here I didn't use as much of my baking stuff as I thought I would without the Pantry Challenge because I ran out of flour. I ran out of flour early. I made bread today because I had flour. You can tell it's open. And Aaron was like, it's been a month and a half since we've had bread.
Yeah.
So it's been a really long time. And they were very, very grateful and thankful for the bread. My little one's been asking for pumpkin bread, so I'm going to have to make that here in another day or two. But we just really didn't use a lot of the baking goods because I didn't have flour to really bake with, so I didn't really focus on doing anything baking-wise in this challenge. I didn't have the stockpile flour I normally would. Now here is where I've done the most work. Oh wait, I did have one thing here we didn't talk about. This was my test run. Fruit leather.
Yep.
So yes, I've got 4 other jars up there, but we did a test run of fruit leather, and I got through all the berries in my upstairs freezer. Now I need to start working through the berries in my downstairs freezer, as well as some jars of jellies and jams that are seeded as well. So this is seedless blackberry, honeyberry, had a little bit of honeyberry in there. What else did I have in there? Probably some black raspberry.
now.
Any berry that I could
Yeah.
find. This is mixed berry. Most of the others are going to be blackberry. Because that's what we have the most of.
Yeah.
Now here,
I'm going to move around some here so you can see better.
so you can see better. So here's where I've done the most work in this pantry challenge. As you can see, I will move out of the way. Lots of canned meat. I've been
Yes.
keeping this very, very full. Lots of pork and burger. Not as much as like we have for chicken. And by the end of the next month to 2 months, I'm actually going to have more than this because I'm going to have turkey in here as well. And if we catch another sale on chicken. So we got a really good deal on chicken for us. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts are going for anywhere from $3 on sale to $4 on sale. If $4 on sale was the cheap grocery store, and then they add an additional 10% on top of that in our area. So there was no way I was going to spend that. Aaron found it at an Amish store, and it was $2.14 or something like that.
Something low there in that range, and it was nothing treated wise.
Yes.
And
it was worth the
it was
worth the
worth
drop.
it. Yeah.
It was worth the drop. So we got 40 pounds, and I canned all that up. But I've also been eating on it because, as you know, a couple weeks ago my diet changed, so I've been eating on some of that chicken as well. So we've got a lot of chicken here. I've used up most of the broth that we had. Used up the majority of our broth, but I'm about to add a lot more because once I start getting through these turkeys, I'm going to have all these turkey carcasses that I'm going to have to make broth from, because I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to use it, and we'll just use that for soup and anything else that we decide to make. I canned up some beans, and as you can see, I feel like this area didn't change at all. I feel like it got fuller.
No, it got fuller.
It got fuller. It did. But we just keep adding to it. I bought a lot of beans during this pantry challenge. I think there was 2 weeks that they had beans on sale. I can get beans for 88 cents a pound when they have those sales. Now, I will tell you, they went like 6 months without having that sale.
Right.
So every time they have it, I try to go and grab my black beans when they have those on sale. But here's what we have. Most of the pantry here. And I was really happy with it. I know it's a little bit more pricey than we would want to play, because before we could probably get the pork for, I would say 69 cents, 79 cents about 2 or 3 years ago. Now I have to really watch to get it for 99 cents. The chicken, I remember getting it for like just a couple months ago for $1.99 for boneless, skinless. And now I'm lucky if I can get it for under $3. So these are just things we watch for. So I feel good about the pantry challenge. We emptied a lot out of the pantry. I really focused on getting these emptied out so I can really stockpile them with turkey, the cracker bread, get fruit leather up here. And the reason I did that is because I know the upcoming season, the warm months, I need quick to grab snacks, but I also don't want to heat my house up. So if I can have turkey already cooked from a jar, my house doesn't get warm, and that's going to save us more money on our electricity bill. So all those things that we think about. I also had tomatoes in my freezer. I'm getting ready to can those up this week. You didn't know I had tomatoes in the freezer.
I saw them in there. I was wondering where those came from.
Yeah, they came from our freezer. So, but let us know, what did your all's pantries look like? Did you all participate in the pantry challenge? What kind of meals did you make? We would love to hear from you. I would say for me, I didn't get through as much of the things as I wanted to, but I got through some things quicker than I thought I would, like our potatoes. I really got through those fast. We're almost out of canned potatoes.
Yeah.
I know, right? And Aaron's like, I don't know what we're going to do because we really like the canned potatoes. They're just so convenient. It's a little bit of work up front, but it's so convenient when you're cooking. You just grab them and go. But I used up a lot of those, so I do know I need to increase the amount of canned potatoes if we can get our potato yields up. Because I still want hash browns in my freezer too. That's also important. And I didn't get through some of the flours, like the coconut flours and things like that, because Aaron was scared of them. He's scared of coconut flour. He's scared it's going to taste like coconut. He is.
No comment.
He's like, it's going to taste like coconut. And it's not a flavor he's very fond of. So let me know in the comments what you think, what you thought, any ideas, questions. You can send those to us down below. And make sure you check out our link tree to see all of our other content. And as always, thank you for joining us on The Canny Couple, where we work hard, live simple, and enjoy life. Have a wonderful day.